Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Warner, New Hampshire. I like to make cards, I like to share cards, I like to help other people make cards. And I'm coming to you live tonight to work on a challenge card that I'm making for a blog hop and a challenge that's coming up later in this week. And so I thought I would play with this stuff live a little bit. I did attempt a card similar to what we're going to do tonight the other day, and I wasn't totally pleased with it. I'll show it to you at the end, and I'm hoping that I can make some changes on this one and that it will be better. So hopefully you can hear me, and I'm going to switch my camera around and make my hands bigger. And please say hello. Let me know if you're watching. And if you watch the replay, you can let me know that too. And I love it if you comment. You'll make my day. So the first thing we're going to use is a water painter. And hi, Jan. Can you hear me okay? I'm so worried about sound after not having sound recently. Water painters come in a 3-pack, and they come with a fine tip like this or a fine brush. You can see that one. Boy, it looks a little dark. Let me see what I can do. Okay, this one has a fine tip. This one is a little bit thicker, and you just squeeze some water out and get your brush wet. They do have caps. I don't think that's the right cap for this one. And then this one is a really wide brush. And I think we're going to use that one tonight. So what I want to do is make a watercolor background. Hi, Julie. And I'm going to use a little re-inker. I'm going to use Azure Afternoon, which is a nice bright color. And I want this background to look like sky. So, and it could be a nice, what I call a nice blue sky day that has, I want to get some more water onto that, that has blue sky and some clouds. So when you're using watercolor, you can use watercolor paper. Hi, Melanie. Let me grab a piece. The watercolor paper is thicker and it's not as white as our white paper. So I don't always love to use it, although it's making a liar out of me there. It looks pretty much the same, doesn't it? Maybe I should use watercolor paper. Maybe I'll do both and we'll see which one we like better. But I'm going to cut this a little bit. I'm going to cut it to 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, it's going to be a little smaller. So this is the thick basic white. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Melanie. And this is the watercolor paper. And I have my spritzer around here. Someplace I just had it. Well, I do have the little Stampin' Up! Spritzer, but I'm going to use my big water bottle today. And I'm going to give both papers some water. I do have, hi Joanne, hi Sarah. I do have some paper towel handy. Like right now I'm losing stuff. And I'm just going to put some color on this paper. And I want to go right off the edges. Like I said, I'm going for a bit of a cloudy day kind of look. And I'm going to do some on this piece also. And this one I'm going in a little bit more of a landscape orientation, perhaps. And I don't necessarily want it to be uniform. Watercolor does not have to be uniform. I do want a little bit more, and I'm going to get a little more ink. Just see if I can get a tiny drop. There we go. Just so I can get some variation in the color. I'm going to squeeze a little more water. And I'm looking for where it's kind of wet, because I don't want the ink to stay just in one place. I kind of want it to go all over. This one feels a little bit, even though it's not the watercolor paper, it feels a little drier. I think it's absorbing stuff a little more. Okay. So you can see I've made a mess on my block. My block is stuck because there's water and ink underneath it. My paper towel looks very pretty, doesn't it? And I'm going to try to dry this up just a little bit. I'm getting it on my fingers. And I think I like this one that's on the watercolor paper better for more of a cloudy look. And I like the way the watercolor dries. When it dries naturally, I like that better. Sometimes you can tip it a little bit and get things to run and spread out, and that always looks pretty. So I'm going to leave those two to dry, and we're going to work on something else a little bit. So I recently got these Everyday Arches dies, and there's quite a few of these in the set. I have every other one taped together right here because I've been using these to try to make a rainbow type thing. So for the challenge I'm doing, I want to use watercolor, which will be in the background here, a rainbow, and some gold and glitter or glimmer, perhaps. So I took every other, these are falling out, every other die from the Everyday Arches and taped them together. They're not staying anymore because I've used this tape quite a few times. And the reason I taped them together is so they would stay similar size. Hi, Cheryl. And I cut out dies in a variety of colors. I cut out arches. And I love this little piece here for sentiments and other things. So I have this whole pile. This is kind of what I showed you in a picture when I said, I think I had, I have a card idea. I'm sorry, Nancy, that you had a hard time finding me, but I'm glad you did. You can always go back and watch the beginning where we did a little watercolor background. Hi, Anne. Welcome from snowy Nova Scotia. So I did a whole bunch of different colors. I did Azure Afternoon. I did some Lemon Lime Twist, and I did a Berry Burst along with the orange. And I wanted bright colors to go with this rainbow. I feel like on that bright background, we need brighter colors. But I could put these together in different orders too. Like, let's see if I can do another one here. The lemon lime twist, and then the orange, and then the berry burst. And we could put the Azure Afternoon on the outside. So we'll have to decide which way we like this better. I might have one more, not that one. How about this one? One more combination here. Do you have a rainbow combination that you like best? We could call it 1, 2, and 3. I can tell you which one I was thinking I was going to use. I didn't like the white in it, although maybe, but there's really not white in a rainbow, so I wasn't thinking that I would do the white. So you let me know which one of those you like. This is still a little bit wet. You can see it's running on to the back a little bit. Cheryl, you like number 2. I'm going to turn my heat gun on and put it under the table a little bit. Hi, Stacy. Nope, you didn't miss too much. I did a little bit of watercoloring, and now I'm working on a rainbow that's going to go on the card. I'm making a card for a challenge using watercolor, rainbow, gold, and glitter. And I think green is one of the things you can use. And I'm just drying my piece of watercolor paper a little bit and hoping that it's not making too much noise. Kelly, you also like number 2. So this is number 1, 2, and 3. Melanie, you like the middle one. And I was thinking this one for the card. Betsy likes number 2. Well, we'll have to play with them and see which one we like. Okay, this is pretty dry now. This one is wet. This one has a little bit more of a cloud look to me. I don't know, but we'll go with the one. Oh, I don't know. This might be small, come to think of it. I don't know. I'm going to have to dry this one just for a minute. Talk among yourselves, please. Did anyone make cards today? Anybody do some crafting today? I had a nice afternoon down here getting set for the week, getting some stuff done. I played with a technique that we're going to do on Tuesday night on the Zoom class. So that was fun. All right, this feels pretty dry. Dries pretty quickly with that heat tool. I'm going to trim this down a little bit because this is big. This is the size of a card front. And I want it to be 5 1/4 by 4. So let me just trim that quickly. Oops. And then I'm going to trim this side over here. Okay. There we go. So I think this will go on here, or it could go on a white card base. And it seems like we have people saying number 2 for a rainbow. So I am thinking that we would put half a rainbow on this because the full rainbow is going to take up too much room. Let's put this down on a card front. I'm just going to check it out. Yeah, I want it on the Azure Afternoon. I'm going to use tear and tape on this just because this is so wiggly and warped. So I'm going to go like this. And I'm even going to put one right down the middle. Okay, when you're using tear and tape, if you give it a good rub with your bone folder, you'll get that backing off of it even easier. There we go. Oops, it's stuck to my finger. Ah, it's making a liar out of me as I have trouble getting it off tonight. Okay, so let's put this on. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter which way we put it. Okay. Good to know what orientation my card is in though, huh? Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to use number 2. That's the one everybody said. And I'll show you my trick I have for placing this and working with these dies when you use them nested. Okay, I'm going to get them all in there just the way they should be. And then I'm just going to put a piece of tear and tape. Oops, I moved them right across there. I'm not going to take the paper backing off. I just want these to hold my dies in place. A little bit more right there. And let's see how we did. There we go. Okay, so I'm thinking about half a rainbow on here, maybe a little bit more, but cutting it off like that, and maybe cutting off that part too, because we need a cloud at the bottom of our rainbow. I don't know if I want the bottom to hang out, so I'm going to cut some off the side of this rainbow. I'm going to actually measure what that is. That's just about 2 inches. And so I'll put this at number 2 on my, boy, that looks like I'm taking off a lot. I'm going to go a little bit less than that. Well, that's gonna, I want to cut this side. So I'm not measuring it all now. I'm just going to go right up along the edge of that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to cut the bottom off on this because it doesn't look very rainbow-like just yet. Those clouds are from the Adventurous Sky bundle, the stamp set in dies. I use those clouds a fair amount whenever I need a cloud. They come in very handy. We can maybe use some of those pieces on the inside of the card. We shall see. So that's going to go like that. And then we need a cloud or two. Maybe a couple more clouds. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure about that one yet because we're going to put a sentiment up there too, I think. But let's go ahead and put our rainbow on there. I don't know. Do I want it evenly spaced? Probably. Probably. All right. So now I'm just going to put my liquid glue on each of these arches. These are really fun dies. And I'm lining up the side of my rainbow with the side of my mat. There we go. And I think I will pop my cloud up on dimensionals. We need a fluffy cloud. You like the half rainbow? Nice. The full rainbow just seemed to take up too much space. And how many times do we just see a partial rainbow? We don't always see the whole rainbow. Whoops, I forgot to leave room. Can I get that underneath? Look at that. I think I can get that cloud under there with just a bit of glue and not make a mess. There we go. All right, I'm going to save that one for a minute. So St. Patrick's Day, hey Courtney, is one of the things in this challenge that I could use. And it's really hard to come up with a St. Patrick's Day stamp. There's not a lot of St. Patrick's Day stamps, but this pack of, I think it's called Greetings of the Season. It's an ephemera pack and it has all kinds of great sentiments. Just a note, thankful for you. It's got Christmas, birthday, thinking of you, and it has a couple of St. Patrick's Day ones. You get 2 of each sheet. So there's not too many St. Patrick's Day, but you get all of these. I think it's $7 maybe for the pack. It's not a lot. So I was thinking St. Patrick's Day, maybe up here. Now, I do have some green in that, but I also was playing with the idea of making a very glittery shamrock, but this looks big, I think, to put on here. I think that's a little big. I'll have to save that for another card. Do we want this on? No, that cloud is too small. I do have another idea. This gold, is this metallic thread? What gold twisted thread? I was thinking of trying to make a little shamrock under that. I did it on the card that I didn't like so much, and it was kind of a happy accident. Do you like the shamrock, Betsy? I could use the Halloween cauldron. It's big though, Courtney. Let me show it to you. But I love all these ideas. I love group help. I like crowdsourcing. Let me show you how big that cauldron is. I think that's going to be a big pot at the end. Oh, Kelly, the shamrock on the inside is a great idea. That is a very good idea. Remind me of that if I forget it. Okay, so let's see if I can make a shamrock on these glue dots and this twisted thread. And if it doesn't look like a very good shamrock, it may just look like a messy bow or linen or just some thread. So I can always deny that it's a shamrock if I need to. What am I cutting in half, Michelle? Cutting the shamrock in half? Cutting the sentiment in half? Whoops. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. I think this one needs to be a little bigger. So if you can see, I'm just pushing that gold thread into those glue dots. Oh, cut the cauldron in half. Well, aren't you tricky? I will look at that again in a minute. Why does that one keep coming out? Oh, that's the first one I did. I need to go back and make that first one a little bit bigger. And since they're just pressed into the glue dot, you do have some flexibility for making these bigger and smaller. Whoops, I lost one there. Okay, this is the top. I'm upside down. All right, this might work, but I've lost my scissors. Here they are. Okay, so that kind of has the shape of a shamrock. I don't know, is that too big? We can always trim this little tail and maybe train it to go this way. Let me know if that is too big. And the cauldron cut in half. Half a cauldron under there, part of a cauldron? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm okay with that type of a shamrock. What do you think right there? That gives me a little gold, a little glitter. I need a couple of little dimensionals to put under there. Let's try that. They'll hold down some of that gold thread too. Yeah, I think that's looking shamrockish. Is that a word? Shamrockish? The rainbow's too far over. Oh, for the cauldron? Yeah, I like my half a rainbow though. I feel like you don't usually see a whole rainbow. So I need some gold bling. Do I have any gold bling? There's always so much bling, but not always what you need. I have gold hearts, but that's not going to work. I have some of those. I have some festive pearls. I think the festive pearls are gone from the store, but I really like these a lot because these are, oh, glittery coins. Oh, you guys are so full of ideas. I'm going to just put a couple of, where would the gold be? I'm going to put one there. This one seems to be coming off its dot. See if we can get that back on. One there. Maybe somewhere over the rainbow. Hey, that should be a song, shouldn't it? And one there. I could do the wheat, yep. So there's my watercolor background that I want to look like a sky. I have my rainbow, I have gold, I have St. Patrick's Day. Let's put a piece of white in the center there. And let's see about a little shamrock. I still think this might be big. I used the heart on the bee punch to make these things. That was the smallest. Oh, some of those gold hearts that I have, Courtney, huh? Yeah, because that's big. That's big. What did I just do with those gold hearts? I think Courtney's talking about using these. I'm going to do it on a scrap piece of paper first. But let's see if I put one. Whoops, stuck to my take your pick tool. 2. Oop, did you see that? 3. And then maybe use my gold thread somehow for a little stem. Lost my scissors again, guys. I really need to wear them on a chain around my neck, I think. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I think I need Courtney to come over and put those hearts together for me. Let me put this in here. And do we have a luck? I think this Unbounded Love stamp set says something about luck in here, doesn't it? Best of luck. I guess that doesn't really go with St. Patrick's Day. All right, I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'll show you the other one I made, and I may be making a few more with these extra rainbows that I have over there. I tried to make one using the Full of Life paper that has like rainbow looking paper. Oh, wishing you luck. Yeah, I'd have to put that together. I'll have to look for that. But this is the one I made with rainbow paper. But I didn't feel like those colors were bright enough. So I just used the same every other die and cut it right out of a piece of paper. I did try to put a little wink of Stella on that to make it sparkly. We could put a little wink of Stella on this one, but I really like the colors, the bright colors. So do you agree with me that the one we made tonight is better and brighter than this other rainbow? Oh, you like it with the paper, Betsy. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think I like this one better. Maybe if I had chosen brighter colors. I don't have too much of this paper left. I've used a lot of it. So anyway, that's it for tonight. I just wanted to show you making a watercolor background and making a rainbow with those everyday arches dies. You don't have to use them with so many together. You can use them just one at a time. This is my other background, and I will finish that with some kind of a rainbow on that card as well. So thank you all for joining me tonight. Hi, Nancy likes both. Kelly likes the one tonight better. Sherry likes the bright one better. Betsy likes both. Joanne says the brighter one. So thanks for joining me and commenting and being part of the live. It makes it a lot of fun for me. I'll be back on Thursday or Friday. I'm not quite sure which day just yet. All right. Have a great week, and you're all welcome to come back on Tuesday night for the Zoom class. The stuff will be posted tomorrow to get ready, and a link will be posted on Tuesday. Thanks, Courtney. You like tonight. Thanks, Melanie likes them both. All right, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.